This is a conversation about the past. They're talking about last summer. The event started in the past and finished in the past. This dialogue contains all the forms we're gonna study today: the affirmative, negative, and the interrogative. Let's start with the affirmative. I went to Thailand last summer vacation. I added last summer vacation because in the past simple tense, we usually know when the action happened. The formula of the affirmative is very simple. Subject plus verb in the past simple form. And like I mentioned in the previous lesson, this is the past simple form of the irregular verb go. Plus the rest of the sentence. Could be a noun, adjective, adverbs, or anything. Let's look at some examples. Notice that in all of these examples, we know when the action or event happened. In the previous lesson, I said that the verbs in the past simple form do not conjugate, they never change. That applies to all verbs except the verb to be. Verb to be is an irregular verb and it has two forms in the past, was and were, depending on the subject. So the formula of the past simple with the verb to be goes like this. Let's move to the negative. I didn't have enough time to visit Pai last summer vacation. From affirmative to negative, two things change. First one, we add didn't, which is the shorter form of did not. Did is the past form of the verb do. So since we already have a verb in the past form, the main verb tense changes to the base form, which means this formula applies to both regular and irregular verbs. That's the good news. The bad news is, again, this formula does not apply to verb to be. But forming a sentence with verb to be as the main verb is not very complicated. All we do is add three letters. From affirmative to negative form, we simply add not after verb to be. Now let's see the interrogative. Asking questions in the past simple tense. Let's start with a yes or no question. Did you visit Pai? Did or didn't plus subject plus verb in the base form, to which we answer by either yes plus subject plus did or no plus subject plus didn't or did not. Examples. Now again, this formula doesn't work with verb to be. When we have verb to be, what we basically do is replace the auxiliary did with verb to be in the past tense. And because we already have a verb, the verb to be, we don't need a second verb. With the WH questions, as you can see, we simply add a WH word at the beginning of the yes or no questions. So the formula goes like this. Let's have a recap.